So you're wanting to travel international on an airline. There's a few things you have to know first. The very first thing, to fly from the Midwest in the United States to Europe, the minimum flight's about 10 and a half hours. Go all the way up to 24 hours, depends on your layovers, depends on what's going on. But a pretty much direct flight is about 10 and a half hours. It could be way more. It just always depends. That is a long time to be sitting on a tiny plane seat with hundreds of other people. What you have to understand is, it's not like it used to be back in my day. Kids are going to be screaming while parents are sitting back saying nothing to them. We've been on flights before that the kids on there scream for 20 or 10, almost 11 hours. The parents never said one word. People are going to sneeze on you. People are going to cough on you. You have to be mentally prepared to go on a long plane trip, especially something that does not have a lot of layovers and is more direct. That being said, what are you going to bring with you on that flight? You have a couple options to carry on your person, not even in your purse or backpack or else you got with you. And that is some noise canceling earphones. I don't care if they're Apple ones or what they are. This will save your sanity on a long trip. Why is that? Because the plane is loud to start with. The whole thing is loud. Like I said before, kids screaming. Eventually, if you're on a plane long enough, just the sound of the plane's engine is going to get to you. You can put these babies in, clip them to noise cancel. It cuts almost all the sound. On top of that, if you have your phone with you, you can play videos. The internet on a plane is usually really bad. You could pay a lot of money to get the internet for an international flight, $50 or so dollars. And I have done that before. But what you're going to get is internet that you could barely play a YouTube short on, if you could even sign into YouTube. Maybe a little TikTok, a few seconds and it'll stop. That's about it. You can't check your Facebook. You can't check email. You could text. Can you FaceTime? No. It's just a very minimal. I don't understand. Never understood why in 2025 you cannot get on a plane and have internet you could watch YouTube on. Like, why is that so difficult? I don't know. And why do you have to pay $50 or more to get that internet? And it's supposed to be a little faster. If you pay nothing, you might still be able to get on the internet. It's maybe a little slower, it's maybe not. It's very bizarre. There needs to be a rework of internet on planes and why we have not gotten to that point yet. Who knows? Next up, the very best thing you could bring with you on a plane is some sunglasses, right? If you're trying to sleep at all during the day, or even at nighttime, there's other lights coming on, people turn their overhead lights on. If you need to actually relax, you need something to shade your eyes. If you're not a person that never wears sunglasses, or if you're that person, you may not miss those too much. For the rest of us, normal people, that's a huge thing. And sunglasses is cool. A phone charger is even cooler. Almost every airplane now has a USB plug in it that you could charge your phone. And let's say you're going on a trip, right? Let's say you're going to a hotel, or you have to get off the plane and actually go somewhere, and you cooked all your phone battery on the trip, and you get off, you have nothing charged. The best thing you could do, because you will have no maps to the airport you're going to, you have no GPS, you have nothing. Never let your phone die, and don't lose it. I mean, that's the biggest thing, really. Once your phone is dead on a trip in a different country, you're in trouble. That is the only means of, you may only have your airplane tickets on there. You might have your reservation for your hotel. You may have information for your rental car. If you're going to get that, you must keep your phone charged at all times. That is your lifeline in another country. And keep it safe. Don't be out there going like this, trying to take pictures and videos. Somebody's going to snag it out of your hands. Keep in mind what's going on around you. Don't be reckless, and everything will turn out pretty good. At the safest countries, safest cities in the world, if you're reckless with your stuff, it will turn out bad for you. The next thing a lot of people overlook, and this is a difficult one because they don't sell very good ones, a neck pillow. A neck pillow goes on like this. So when you're on a plane, and just think driving in the car for 20 hours. You get thrashed around the car, thrashed around the airplane in a comfortable seat, you're probably going to have some neck issues. Or if you just want to sleep, how are you going to sleep on a plane? Are you going to lean over like this the whole time? Some people do. I bet they have a terrible neck issue. when they got off that plane. Or you actually be able to want to lean back a little bit, rest your neck, actually be able to relax. If you're going to try to sleep on the plane, that's the way to go. Remember, the seats do not recline but just a few inches in each plane. There is no luxury lazy boy on the plane. Well, not in the Rugger Man's compartments anyway. Now, if you have another 25 grand you want to spare, that's about what it costs your average first class flight. You could spend that on a trip to Europe. Will it be comfortable? Absolutely. Will it be 25 grand comfortable? No, it won't. It all depends on what kind of airline you're flying, what kind of plane you're on. A first class seat may be just marginally better than a coach seat, or it could be dramatically better. You just don't know, and you're not going to know that until you actually get on the plane. You can have many planes of the same model that were made, some are older, some are newer, that have different sitting arrangements, different everything in them, and that will dictate your comfort level. And just because it's a bigger plane, do not think for a minute that it's going to be more comfortable. Well, I've been on 777 planes, 767, what's the next one? 757, 747, all that stuff. And a lot of the bigger planes just tend to have more seats on them, right? I've been on smaller planes, to an extent smaller, where the smaller plane is actually more comfortable than the bigger plane. You know, I've been stuck on flights to Europe, sitting literally on a 767, packed in like sardines with a little seat about this wide. I'm not a real wide guy. It may look like on the video, but I'm not. I've been in seats before. You literally had to sit down, wiggle down to get your butt to slide between the armrests. And I was seeing people that were huge sitting in these seats, and I'm scratching my head thinking, how do you get in that? Comfort, usually on an airplane, takes back seat. You're just trying to get from point A to point B, and a lot of you just don't want to have to drive. If you live close to an airport, let's say you live 30 minutes from an airport. You literally drive to the airport, 30 minutes or less, get on the airplane, fly somewhere across the world, anywhere you want. And if you're in California and you need to be in Miami and you're 30 minutes away from the airport, are you going to drive? Probably not. Probably not. You're probably going to drive to the airport, get on that plane, fly to Miami, fly back and drive home. You're in your car an hour round trip. That's what airplanes are made for, but it's not made for comfort and luxury. So on an airplane, you have several different choices on baggage. You have your check bag, which usually almost always charged for. That's when you check in, when you get to the airport, and that goes under the plane. You have your carry-on bag, which goes above you in the overhead compartments. And then you have a bag to carry with you. If you're a woman, you can take a purse, or you can take a backpack. If you're a dude, you're taking a backpack, or you're taking nothing. There's no choice for, well, maybe. But that is a crucial thing to have with you. Either something you keep by your side every second. Bags like that you'll keep down in between your legs the whole time you're flight. Now what that does mean, you can carry water that you bought inside the airport, because you cannot carry any liquids on the airport from outside the airport, or on the airplane from outside the airport. Anything you might need. If you know, yeah, I might get a headache, we'll take some Aleve or ibuprofen with you in your pack with you. I always take some clothes with me in that pack with me. We'll take whatever kind of snacks you want. Even though they're giving you snacks in the airplane, it may not be what you want, or you may need more or less than what they're giving you. If you're on a special diet, anything that's not liquid, you usually could bring with you on the airplane. Check your restrictions on that though, for sure. I've seen people drinking protein powder on the airplane. I don't know how you get that in, but hey, whatever. All kinds of different things. That's your comfort pack in between your feet or next to you on an airplane, is your purse or your backpack or something you keep with you at all times, right? That's about the best I can make it for you guys. If you have never flown a long distance flight before, this is just a basic rundown of it. Anything else you think you might need that you could bring in your pack that stays with you at all times that is not liquid, that's something. And there again, if you need to bring drinks with you, you cannot bring them from home. You have to check into your gate through security. Once you get into security, you can actually buy any liquids in the airport by the gate and carry them on the plane. Thanks for watching, guys. That's a lot of information in a short amount of time, I know, but this is the rundown of flying long distance flights.